y'all doing? What are y'all doing? I gotta laugh, man. I gotta have a good time. I crack up and I laugh and I'm in full joy of Yahuwah all the time. I can't help it. You want to know why? He's my living water. I figured it out. It's Yahuwah. He's my living water. That's why I don't thirst. Like that deep thirst of why am I here? I don't have that thirst no more. That big old deep thirst of can I get over my past heartaches? I don't have it no more. He's the living water. We're going to discuss that because the true scriptures is coming and it's coming fast. Drop your name, drop your city and country or city and state if you're in the USA. If you are abroad, which we have now expanded into almost like 70 countries. We're all over the place. So y'all go on and drop it, 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 because we want to hear from you. And the bottom line is, do you love Yahuwah? You see, when you drop your name, your city, and your state, and you say, I love Yahuwah, now in the heavenly record books, it writes it down. It says these books are going to be opened up. Like in the end time, this is going to open up the books. So you got the book of life, but there's other books going to get opened up. This is a book that I believe is important for you to say, I love Yahuwah to the www, to the World Wide Web. Tell everybody, do you love him or no? If you are ashamed of me before human beings, I'm going to be ashamed of you before the Father and the set apart messengers. That's what he said. So do you love him? That's why we always ask people, do you love Yahuwah? Like, that's it. We don't give no honor to any other name. We pay respect to the prophets. We pay respect to Yahusha, who came in the name of Yahuwah. So we give respect to the name of Yahusha. But he came in the name of Yahuwah. We give respect to the prophets because it says, to him all the prophets witness that through his name. I don't know what anybody's going to do with Mahashim 10. We got to go to 10. I was about to go to 412 because there's no other name. I got to go to 1043. Mahashim 1043 says, to him all the prophets witness that through his name, whose name? We receive forgiveness of sins. Who's the only one that can forgive sins? Throughout the entire Tanakh, the entire Old Testament, who's the only one that can forgive sins? Who's the only one that can ever forgive sins? Nothing's changed on the forgiven sins barometer. There has not been no barometric change in who can forgive sins. It's only Yahuwah that can forgive sins. Let me see who's going. Man, I'm coming in so hot these days. I'm rare giving shout outs anymore. I'm on fire. But I gotta say big shout out to my brother Eric Martin in the building. Suhay, New Jersey. Luya down there in Melbourne, Florida. Sophia, what am I gonna say? Sophia. It's hard to say Sophia's name unless you say it 3 times. Macomb, Mississippi. Darrell Williams. Hannah, my sister, with a great testimony yesterday. Michelle Nicholas in the Netherlands. What time is it? Still rocking in the Netherlands. Okay. I like that. Sweet Pea, Patrice Pearson in the building. I see you. See, y'all, hey, Patrice just gave everybody an assignment. Patrice, you did it. Patrice gave everybody an assignment that wants to represent Yahuwah. If y'all want to have y'all's cool little usernames, look at Patrice. sweet pea, P12, but in what is that? Is that parentheses? Yeah. In parentheses, she put Patrice Pearson. You want to know why she did that? She understood. She heard what I said. How's anybody gonna know you're a witness? We're talking. How's anybody gonna know that you are a witness? They're not gonna know you're a witness by your username. Like I'm telling you, I'm gonna promise you one thing. I promise you this. In the book of life, your username is not in the book of life. It ain't there. It's going to be your name. We need to identify who are you. The governments in the world understand how important this is. They run the whole world based on identity. Haven't y'all figured that out? Oh man, Yahuwah, you gonna give me that? I didn't expect that. I was gonna give a bunch of more shout outs. Let me give a few more. Y'all remind me identity. Dwayne Gordon in the building. Jamie Galloway in the building. Wayne Lewis in the building. Shannon Collier, Archella, Donna Steele, Daniel Bacote. That's a cool video came out on you, Daniel. He doing kingdom business for real. Already done dropped the super in here. Sanders Ben coming in here. I ain't seen Sanders Ben saying praise Yahuwah. Where you from, Sanders? Put it in the chat. Brandon Tello. Him and Hannah. I was gonna say hello. So y'all Brandon Tello, but if you put it with Hannah, hello. Y'all listen. Y'all did a blazing testimonial yesterday. Adam Moore in the building up in Canada. Daniel Libby. Zachariah. What's y'all's name? Tell me your name. Queen Nelson's in here. I'm telling you, I got usernames. I do. But not when it comes to Yahuwah. I don't use any usernames when it comes to Yahuwah. I'm telling them what's up. Elmer! Hinkle, hey, the team's ready to send out your paperwork. Elmer's coming to Sakut all the way from the Philippines. I heard that today. Ashley Spence. Hey, the team told me, Ashley, you want to come to Sakut. We're going to see what happened now. What you going to do with that? Ezekiel. Who is that? Is that your real name? Ezekiel Ike? I want to know if Ezekiel Ike's your real name. I always want to know the real name. Joe Carter's in the building with his awesome wife, Ebony, Sherry Harrod, my ride or die. Y'all might well forget it. That's my ride or die. Miss Q. What's your name? Miss Q. I love me some Miss Q, but tell me your name. Put your name in the chat. As if they're doing roll call from the Most High. Yamani's video just came out. The team told me they just pushed out Yamani's video. Y'all get on YouTube. She got it was about 4 or 5 minutes of power because Yamani's ribs is jacked up right now. But she ain't taken out. We're going to get some bumps and bruises in life. But can't nothing touch us without Yahuwah's permission. Catherine. All right, we got CJ, Wayne, Lewis in here. I think I'm pretty much Julissa. Let me get Julissa. Can't even forget Julissa. All right, I think I'm caught up on the shout outs. Lorena, Lene, Michael Fickett, my man. Yeah, I see you. Jermaine Ford, my man. Aaron Cruz in the building. I'm gonna mess around and miss some of you. Edwin Messenger in the building. Pauline's in the building. See, I'm starting to recognize y'all. Patience Terry's in the building. Joseph Willis, Phoenix, Arizona. Man, I thought I was going to be able to just go in. I can't. I love y'all too much. Bill, what y'all going to do with Bill? Bill has now started to rack up. With his video that we dropped, Bill's testimony is starting to move into the thousands of views. Bill probably don't even know it. It's on multiple platforms. It's on TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. Bill gave a heartfelt and everybody felt it. That's what happened, Bill. All right. That's it. If I didn't do a shout out, Renee. What am I going to do if I don't give my sister Renee some love? I'm going to be remiss if I don't give Amber House some love. I'm going to be jacked up. I go to bed and I won't sleep good tonight if I don't give my sister Amber House, one of them real ones. Amber will come and get me. Lisa Austin, how am I going to sleep if I don't get my sister Lisa Austin? Daniel Libby, I'm jacked up. Deontay, hey, I'll be jacked up if I don't give y'all some love. I'm trying to get all of y'all, but I might miss somebody. If I missed you, I love you. I promise. Lorena, I got as many as I can get. All right, I'm going in. Now, I told y'all to remind me of something because I was getting ready to go in. Who remembers what I said, remind me on? Y'all put it in the chat because I done blanked out giving y'all shout outs because I'm only operating in the spirit. So what did I say I'm going to talk about? But I said, y'all remember identity. Ooh, Ashley was ready. Identity. Like your identity. Ashley, why you got my back like that? Sherry got my back. Like, think about how important identity is. Like, I got a subject, but then we got a co-subject. Marquise in the building. I'm telling you, the government is running and dang near owning you through your identity. They're specifying who you're. See, when it comes to eternal life, Blake Bernays in the building, dropping the key links. Y'all better click on every link Blake dropped in here. Y'all better go save it and go watch it. Why do they put so much emphasis on your identity? They even give you, like in the USA, they assign numbers to your name. Isn't that unique? The mark, the number of the beast is attached to a name. So the name is attached to a number. Isn't that kind of unique? That they went to a numbering system to attach it to your name. You think that is just accident or is that a precursor? Y'all wait till I do a hardcore breakdown of Hazum. I already know. Yahuwah's already took me all the way up on this. I ain't got no doubts. I know what's going on. For real, for real. And all you got to do is pay attention. I'm your tour guide. So you came into the YAHUAH Park. And my goal is to get you to the gate that goes into eternal life. It's not at the front of the park. You got to walk with me down this path. You cannot get to the eternal life section through the gate because the gate is too wide. You're going to have to follow me down the narrow path. I'll take you down the path that leads to eternal life that few find. I'll take you there. I promise you. You ain't going to have to wonder. You ain't going to wish. I will take you down that path. I know who the beast is. I know why he wants to assign a number. I know it. But if I sit here and told y'all right now, the internet might shut down. Because Yahuwah said, wait to the appropriate time. And then you tell them. In the meantime, we got to deal with the basics. A lot of y'all want the big stuff without the basic stuff. I give you the big stuff, it's going to blow your brain out. You're not going to be able to handle it. Well, you think Yahusha said, I only speak to them in parables. Who is them? Them is most of y'all. I don't know why. Why didn't you figure out his name 17 years ago? Why didn't you go and study 6 to 10 hours a day and figure out how to understand real Abari, Hebrew, and Aramaic and Greek and Latin to where you could not get fooled. You couldn't get fooled. So you can't fool me no more. But it took me 6 to 10 hours a day for 3+ years. Took me, I'm not kidding you, it's for real. It took me that long. But after having that discipline, he said, when you search for me with all your heart, then I will be found. And the crazy part is, I just don't know how many people can say that. Y'all be honest. For real. Like if we're like honest with each other and you go look at the person next to you to the left and to the right and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, did I go dig to find out who the creator is and his attributes and his personality before I did anything else? Or when I was doing something else, did I do a sabbatical? Did I go, nope, stop, time out. I can't keep going this path. I got to figure out who he is. And let me tell y'all something. This is the awesome part about the true scriptures. You cannot find who he really is without the type of language he spoke in. I'm telling you, everything is possible. Everything. It just seems that Yahuwah is demanding you understand key pronunciations. You don't have to figure out all the language, but he's adamant about proclamations. Proclaim means what you say and how you say it. He's adamant. Go just dig those scriptures. He says, you're going to have to proclaim my name throughout all generations. Proclaim means pronounce my name. And you can't pronounce his name with 4 consonants. Consonants, however you say it. You can't do it. So when I see people talk about the tetragrammaton, I go, you're dealing in paganism. Like, you're not impressing me saying tetragrammaton. Once you say it, I go, you're dealing with paganism. I don't care nothing about a tetragrammaton. Because the tetragrammaton walks you right down the trap of consonants. They'll go YHWH or YHUH. Y'all ever see people send you an email or a message or something? We get them all the time to promote the truth. They go, blessings in the name of, and then they go YHWH or YHUH or YHVH. Soon as they do that, I literally have told the staff, delete the email. Don't even talk to them. Don't respond to them. They're lost. They're not his sheep. They're not his sheep. I don't know why. We got a different ministry. We for a fact. Promote the truth is not no church ministry. It's not. I promise y'all, there will be different levels of ministries that come down. Man, don't you get these like somebody snipe them? You've been sniped. So think about this. You got to listen. You got to pull this together. Not even a little bit. So identity, I'm gonna come back to that. It's critical, and the ways of this world is teaching you and I that it's important. They give you a social security number, because that is doing what? It's conditioning, it's going to condition you for a number. Now, which number you won't get? I'm not going to get no number. I'm going to get a name. So what we're coming down to is name versus numbers. Watch when it's all said and done. Name versus numbers. I'm not getting no mark of no beast. The mark of the beast has a number assigned to it. I'm going to have the name assigned to me, and you can't get a name assigned to you unless you put your name on it. So every time you do a sign name, username, when it comes to Yahuwah, I'm telling you, when it comes to Yahuwah, you can have fun out there in the internet land. You can have fun. But I promise y'all, when y'all come on Promote the Truth, when you got a username, drop your name, because the messengers are looking at what we're doing. And they're writing it down in the book. That brings me to another point before I go on. Lena, I almost forgot that. The staff came to me today. This is like hilarious to me. The team, it was like, and this has been going on the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been whispered, but today it was like, sir, would you say something about this? I'm like, yes. Okay. If any of y'all ever send an email into Promote the Truth, info@promotethetruth.com, and you don't sign your name, like we got emails coming in left and right. It says, I don't know what the real Shabbat day is. Can you please tell me where I can find a calendar? No signature. And a lot of it will be in the subject line. No name, and then their emails is a mysterious name. And I'm sitting there thinking, would any person try to get their premier prime job with an email like that? Nope. No. Like when you deal with Yahuwah, you got to deal with class. You got to go approach the throne. You got representatives of Yahuwah, not of some job, not of some government, of the Most High. And we got people, I'm telling y'all, it's in the hundreds that people will send emails in, will not say their name at all. It's ridiculous. And they won't do it in the real world. But they'll treat Yahuwah like he's trash, and they want to get into the gates. They want to get down the path to get into the eternal gate. And I'm sitting there going, so I said, what y'all talking about? They said, come and look at some of these. That's why I'm on 10 on this. I'm on 10. Man, I'm going to tell y'all, because these ring out. And tell all your friends. Do not send an email to us without your name, because we are Yahuans. We are representatives of Yahuwah, and we always state who we are, because we're dealing with the book of life, and them books is going to get rolled out. You're going to send an email to somebody. Look, you don't do it nowhere else. But you won't be in the CIA when it comes to Yahuwah. I don't want to tell you who I really am. You ain't no witness. That's what it is. You're not a witness of Yahuwah. You don't even want to know the representatives of Yahuwah. You wouldn't do that to the man. You wouldn't go to Mikal and say, Mikal, can you give me something? And Mikal look at you and go, who are you? You have to approach the throne with respect. That's a fact. So everybody that's listening to me, go spread it out, because it's being perpetuated now. From what I saw today, they told me it's in the hundreds that people will send emails, and they were being respectful and doing the best they could. And I said, don't y'all respond to not one more email. I'm talking, listen, subject line. Can you send me information on the Sakut. No name, nothing. No, how you doing? I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Please, I appreciate a response. Y'all not going to send that to not one employer. Nobody's going to do that. Not one person's going to do that. Nobody. You ain't going to do it. So if you want the living water, you're going to have to do living things, man. This is basic. Now I realize why Yahuwah says, don't even tell them certain things yet. Spend about a year, but he's telling me at the same time. Spend about a year, but I might come back at any time during that year. Don't you get caught tripping thinking you got a year. You work every day like I'm coming back now. That's how I work. So he said, just plan for about a year while you watching for me. Teaching them the very basics. Teach them who I am. Teach them that I came to earth as Yahusha, but I am Yahuwah. Teach them that. Teach them to guard the commandments, but show them how to do it. Teach them what food is. Most people don't even know what food is. They think if you can chew it, it's food. I can't chew this plastic cup. I can drink what's in the cup. But I can't chew the cup. So just because I should say this, I could gnaw and peel off some of that, but that would be unhealthy to me. That's like when you eat pork, it's like eating plastic. It's like eating glass, as a matter of fact. It's killing you. When you eat shellfish, when you eat shrimps and lobsters and clams and mussels, you see people taking oysters and they suck that thing down their throat. And that is the filter of all the trash that went into the sea. That's not food. He said, teach them that ain't food. Tell them, give them examples. Teach them the real Shabbat because they do not know it. Yahuwah came and told me, he had to tell me, boy, you don't know my Shabbat. Man, I was like, what do you mean I don't know your Shabbat? I'm keeping it Friday evening to Saturday evening. I ain't going on Sunday. He goes Friday evening to Saturday. Where do you see Friday in the scriptures? I said, nowhere. Where do you see Saturday in the scriptures? I say, nowhere. Go back and show me. Go study. While you're studying, go study calendation. Go study calendars. While you looking. While you're looking and understanding words, go study. See if you can find a papyrus with a calendar laid out from the beginning of time. Go find one. Y'all can't find it. I can't find it. It does not exist. You want to know why? People weren't focused on writing down and creating charts. They were looking up. That's what they were doing. They just pay attention to that moon and that sun. And that's how you kept time. And then you found out that somebody was real good at it, and you go, hey, we busy, we out here in the field, we working, we doing our thing. Make sure you give us the heads up when it's time for the month to end. This is what's going on. Yahuwah said, go teach them that basic stuff. I've been teaching the basics of the basics of the basics of the basics for 17 years. I went live on it about 7 months ago. I dropped videos on it about 4 years ago. But I know it. I know everything I'm telling you 17 years ago. And I was on the trace 30 some years ago. So what I want to teach y'all and share with y'all tonight is the number one thing. I got to make a shout out because the team works too hard for anybody to be disrespectful. It's not respect. Never, ever, never. Not to promote the truth, not to anybody else. I don't care. If you feel like you got to send an email to somebody, then you have to be respectful and send an email to everybody. A company, a school, a library. I don't care. Your friend. You don't send emails to people and don't sign it. Thank you. Sincerely. Regards. Best wishes. Comma, your name. Whatever you want to say, but you put something, comma, your name every time you send an email to somebody. If you don't, you literally are the lowest of the lowest. That's who you are. You don't belong in the kingdom because you don't approach people. You don't love people. See, they will know me by the way y'all love one another. You got to love on people with some respect. You just don't go, send me something. What happens if your kid walks in? Sit, mama, bring me some water. Y'all ain't going to deal with that. Nobody's dealing with that nonsense. So I got to wake up the kingdom of Yahuwah. Us promote the truth. Real people of Yahuwah. We are very respectful. We are very honorable. We don't treat people like trash. We don't treat people ever. We don't look down. We don't talk down to nobody. We show you some love. You act a fool, we respectfully kick you out. At least we're going to show you some love while we kick you out. Now, I don't know how to get in on that. But man, when they showed me that, I was like, nah, that ain't right. That's a spirit trying to mess with something. That ain't right. That ain't right. Yahuwah said, go talk to the people. Go get me 144 people. There ain't nobody going to receive anything from me. And I'm telling you, y'all not going to. If we texting back, if we just texting, y'all sending an email like you texting. An email is not a text. An email is a letter. Email. You never mail a letter without signing a letter. It don't happen. Otherwise, whoever receives it throws it in the trash. I don't know who it's from. Trash. Well, my name is up in it. We don't know if that's really you. Y'all put all kind of stuff on there. Sign it, and then we'll know whoever's in the email name is your name. We don't know if it's your daughter got your email, your son. We need to know you put your name. Put some respect on your own name, because that name has to be written in the book of life. Now watch this. Watch how important this is. I'm going to give you the real Yahuhanan, John chapter 4, from the true scriptures. Man, I for real might run out of here tonight. Lena, Kai, y'all might have to get some ropes. Because, man, I might have to run out of here. For real, man. How am I going to handle this? The true scriptures so off the charts. It makes me want, I'm telling you, when I'm translating that, I look at it, I'm like, whoa. Lena will tell you sometimes I'll be in a room screaming. This is nuts. How powerful this is. And Daniel Bakote says we got to go up. Yahuhanan. The real John chapter 4. Part of it, not all of it. All of it's coming out soon to the world. If y'all don't think this is coming out to the world, you are out of your mind. Y'all know why it took me 10, 15 minutes late to get on here? I was crying. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was literally crying. This is crazy. I understand my brother Daniel. I understand my sister Yamani. I understand my sister Juanita. I understand my brother Jermaine. I understand my brother Robert Arens. I understand y'all. My sister Sherry and my awesome sister Melanie. I understand. Because when you read the real word, it hits you some other level. You don't even know how to act inside. You try to keep it together. Man, I was crying. You see, Brother Daniel said something in his testimony. He said, Yahuwah wrote us a love letter. In the real B'rih Hadash, let me tell y'all something. I promise you this. There's none in the world except the true scriptures. I'm convinced now. Other people can get mad at me. They can try to trash me. Or they can convince me that they got the real one. Like, whoever it is, after you think you got the real one, and you say, I had it before you had the true scriptures, which y'all just like respectfully send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. I will do a feature. I will bring you on live with me and go, y'all, this person had it and they was getting buried, or they was getting I don't know, or they was scared and I gave them courage and they actually had it before us. Guess what the probabilities of that is? It's like right next to zero. I ain't saying it ain't a chance, but it's way out there. Daniel Bakote said, we got a love letter. So when I'm reading what Yahuwah is doing through the B'rih Hadash, the real New Testament, I'm like, man, he's loving on us. He's instructing us. He's carrying us. He's disciplining us. He's doing all of it through the whole thing. He's warning us. What's a great parent do? Warn you. And so, hey, I don't know if my son's watching it. If he is, he can come in the room. But in his closet, before I got on, I was crying so much to Yahuwah. I said, man, I'm gonna show my son some love. Because the son came down to the earth. Yahuwah came as the son. He exists in multiple capacities. Part of his capacity is the son, but it's all him, even if it's just one capacity. It's hard for us to grip it. But man, I was looking at this. I'm gonna give y'all this in a second. I got these little sticky pads. Y'all got these sticky pads, right? I got these little sticky pads. And from time to time, I do these sticky notes, and I put them in unique places. I put under my son's pillow. I put in his closet. So right now, in his closet, he got this sticky note. I'm going to show you what I put. Before I got on here, I had to take some time because that love letter, as I'm reading it through Yahuwah, affected me so much. I said, man, I got to show my own personal son some love. So I put this on his thing. That's what I put. Y'all see that? I love you with all my heart, son. Daddy. You see that? Y'all see that? That's how Yahuwah feel about us. He feel the same way about us. My son don't. He might come in the room. If you listening, son, you come in the room, give me a hug. But more than likely, he just did his yellow belt test today. I'm gonna post that video on my Facebook page after this. He did so great today. He was so disciplined. And all the other classes, all the other belts had multiple kids in there. But there was only 2 in Kai's class, and the one kid was sick. So that's Kai's alarm in my office for some reason. It goes off every evening. I don't know why he's got this alarm in my office. But there was some other kid that got sick. So Kai had to be disciplined, hardcore, because he was the only one in front of 4 different senseis, black belts, karate black belts. He had to go pass his test, and they for real. In Colombia, I gotta give you the school. My son, some people hand out belts. They don't hand them out here. You gotta really earn it, and you gotta. He went up, and Kai tore it. I'm gonna post it on my own Facebook page today. As soon as I'm done here, and he went out and did it. So I'm so proud of him. So I went and I had to put this note up for him. It's in his closet. So when he goes and opens his closet to get his pajamas or whatever, he gonna see that. Son, I love you with all my heart, son. Daddy. I want all of y'all that got kids, put a little note. Put a little note. I want everybody that's got kids to put a little note for their kid somewhere. Surprising note about how you love them. Watch what happens. I want y'all to start doing sneak notes to your kids from time to time. My mama ain't never left me a sneak note. And my daddy's probably watching me that. Daddy, you know, my daddy, daddy don't know about no sticky notes. But I know he loved me. I know my dad loved me like that. Once he figured out how to do the life the right way, when he got out of his book, he loved me from the gate. He just didn't know how to love me. That's why I got empathy for my dad. Because he didn't know how to do it. He wasn't raised up in the ways of Yahuwah. My grandmother and grandfather, they only had what they knew. Once my dad is coming to the realization he really loved me, I know he loves me like that now. My dad loves me like this note now. My physical dad loves me like that. Ask him. Dad, if you're watching this, you can post it. If you agree, put it up. I know, I feel it. I feel it in my own dad now. Look at Sister Amber says, we went out for lunch today, and Lily and I wrote love notes to each other on receipt. See, I want all y'all love. See, if we learn how to properly love and don't think it's weird, we're going to get somewhere. We're going to get the right people to open up and all of a sudden start growing and they will be attracted to the real Father, because Daniel Bakote told us he wrote a love letter. Now, y'all think the love letters are all soft. No, it's not. My son, he knows that love. But when he went to go do his class today, I looked him in the eye and said, you have to focus. You have to be disciplined. You understand me? Yes, sir, he said. That's what makes him happy. That focus, that discipline, that sternness, and the appropriate amount. Y'all understand? I left him at no. So he ain't come in the office yet. So for sure, he don't know he got this note. But probably before I go to bed tonight, he kisses me every night before he goes to bed. He's probably gonna come running in going, Daddy, you did that. I mean, he's gonna be tore up when he sees it. He's always very excited. Hopefully that helps somebody. Now I want to share with y'all how to get to the living water. Who wants to know how to get to the living water of Yahuwah? Anybody? Y'all really want to know how to get because see, the living water, you don't thirst anymore. Thirst means you don't feel empty. You don't feel like desiring. You don't feel like you're missing something. You're quenched. You feel fulfilled. Yahuhanan, John chapter 4, verse 5. On his way, this is Yahusha. He came to a town. See, he don't know it, does. Lady just came here and said he's in the shower from the day. Did you see it? No. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? No. You got it. All right. I don't know. I just made a copy of this. Oh. I did 2 of them, and I said, I'm going to show them what I wrote to Kai. You saw it? Yeah. You went?
Just give us
Come here, come here. Lena said she ran in because Kai's in the shower. So Lena said, what'd you say, babe? What'd you say?
I just did one because I heard Brother Jay telling us to do one to our son, to our kids. So I did this. I said, you did it great, beautiful today. Dad and Mom are very proud of you. Love you, Mommy.
See, he gonna get a note in English and in Spanish, and he understands them both clearly. So Lena was inspired. See, if you do that, your spouses that get inspired. We raise these kids up in love and discipline. All right. Y'all got that message clear. Yahuhanan, John chapter 4, verse 5. On his way, that's Yahusha, he came to a town called Shakar. This place was near a field that Yahuhanan, son named Jacob, gave to his son Yusuf, son named Joseph, a long time ago. Yahuhanan, his well was there. So you remember he dug a well that he would have his servants, his workers, they built him a well in multiple places, get some water out of there. Yahusha was tired from his journey. So around noon, he sat down by the well. A Shamaruniy, Samaritan. So Shamaruniy means Samaritan in real Hebrew. A Shamaruniy woman came to the well to draw some water. Now you got to understand, the Yahudim and the Shamaruyim, that's the, quote, Jews and the Samaritans, they didn't get along at all. The Jewish people, the Yahudim, looked down on the Shamaruyim, the Samaritans. They looked down on them, thought they were dogs because of some of the things they did. So it was weird to have Yahusha even coming close and dealing with anybody outside of the Yahudim. Nobody's really got that yet. When Yahusha walked on the earth, he didn't go roll and hang out with people outside of those who were aware of what Masha and the prophets wrote. Have y'all not understood that yet? Has everybody not really got that yet? Yahusha was born and he died, and there's no record of him going and speaking to people outside of the Yahudim. If you didn't respect, have knowledge of Masha's writings and the prophets, he said, I was not sent here. And when he says, I was not sent here, that means Yahuwah is not here to be talking to anybody that doesn't understand Masha's writings and the prophet's writings. We deal with y'all later. Nobody that's walking around today, hardly, I should say, let me get my words, rarely, less than a tenth of 1% understand that Yahusha only came to the earth to deal with those who understood the ways of Masha and the ways of the prophets. And that's all in the scriptures. No, I'm telling y'all, but the way Christianity teaches it is reversed. As if he came and he was over here dealing with all the pagans, the people that had no knowledge of Masha. No, the tax collectors and the sinners, the prostitutes, the hoes, them thugs. He hung out with them. And all the hoes and all them thugs, they knew about Masha and the prophets but they rejected Moshe and the prophets. They was living that thug life, that whole life outside. I'm trying to keep it in today's terms. They look down, hey, but the people, I'm telling y'all, Yahusha was rolling and dealing primarily with people that was buck wild, but they respected and they knew about Masha. Even the prostitute had respect for Masha. There was a Yahudim that was part of that lineage. Man, it's deep for people to understand. It's not reverse. It's the first. Then we go to the other side. And what Yahuwah is doing now, he's doing the same thing. He coming for the lost sheep of Y'all better understand. Yisrael is first. I'm literally from bloodlines of the 12 tribes. I'm telling you, I don't care what your skin tone is. Some of y'all get caught up in your skin tone. The 12 tribes, some of them was as white as the white person you see. Y'all don't even get it. Y'all don't even get that it's white as the white person you can see. I know, I'm in Colombia. And I'm telling you, you can see some people here, blonde hair, blue eyes, and they don't speak a lick. They don't speak even a lick of English. And then you can see somebody as black as the darkest African, and they don't speak a lick. They don't speak not one lick of English. And from the whitest of the white person to the blackest of the black person, everybody respects each other. Everybody gets along here in Colombia. It's amazing. So Yahuwah is not, I'm telling you, if you listen to me now, it's a high probability you are from one of them 12 tribes. And don't let nobody fool you. Don't let nobody that pitches all white as the bomb fool you. Don't let nobody that pitches you all black as the bomb fool you. I promise you, it's the whitest of the white, and it's the darkest of the dark, and it's all the way in between like me. I'm in the in-between spot. I'm in the in-between spot. And guess what? I'm 100% full from them 12 tribes. From the whitest part of me, it runs all the way back to one of them 12. To the darkest part of me, it runs all the way back to that part of 12. I promise you. Daniel said, hi, yellow brother Jay. He know what I'm talking about. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? It runs. So you got to have this faith. See, the Christian church taught y'all not to believe who you are, who your identity is. And I'm telling you, if you are listening to my voice, I come in the name of Yahuwah. And Yahuwah has sent me to go gather the lost sheep of Yisrael first. And if you're listening to me, he has drawn you to him. Fact. If you are listening to me, Yahuwah has called you because you are from one of them 12. That's why you listening to me. He's working through all the ways of the internet. He knows how to block the right ones. He knows how to do it. This is my faith. Yahuwah, I don't want nobody listening to this message except the lost sheep of Yisrael. Block everybody else out for 6 months. At least, Father, give me 6 months to get the lost sheep. Then let them hear. And if they happen to listen in, let them be blind. Let them be blocked. Let them not hear it. And then some of them that's blind don't hear it. 6 months or more from now, let the video pop back up in their feed. And then them go, man, I've seen that before. And if that's you, you are Goyim. You are the Gentile. So that means you have an opportunity to be grafted in. All right. I don't know if y'all get what I just said. Does anybody get what I just said? Anybody? Does anybody bear witness to what I just said? I'm talking in the spirit. And I can't just be talking with me as an emissary of Yahuwah. I can just be talking and nobody bears witness with it. But then I can be talking and then some of y'all go, yes, I touch and agree with you, brother. I'm from one of them 12. Thank you for helping me recognize it. Thank you for helping me connect. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't drawn here. This ain't normal for me to be in this type of situation. I'm used to listening to this and to that and clicking on this and clicking on that. This is not a typical conversation. Let me go in the chat. Let's see. I got more than 2 witnesses. Lena said, I have twin cousins. And that's right. Stephania, she is red-haired, as white as you can get. That's her. And her brother is brown like me and Lena. Pipe, wait till y'all meet Pipe. Some of y'all gonna get to meet him when you come to Columbia. Lena, have Pipe come up and say hi to us. We got to really witness to Pipe, Lena. Let's get down in the trenches with Pipe. He got the right heart. That's right, Lena. Y'all come and see Lena's her twin cousins. Twins. And we like this with them. They love us and they will ride it. They will come. If I say somebody messing with me, Pipe is humongous, by the way. He'll come from out of nowhere. And Stephanie the same way. Red hair, quiet, but she got some tiger in her. She white as white as white as white. Red hair. He the same complexion as me and Lena. What happened? Y'all can't identify based upon the shade of the skin. You can't do it. If you try to do it, Yahuwah's going to throw you in the lake of fire. Somebody sent me a message the other day. Somebody sent me a message the other day. They said, how dare you condemn people to the lake of fire? Ain't not one of y'all ever heard me say that I, Jay Nolan, is condemning you to the lake of fire. Not one person. There ain't a video. I read the scripture and then I say, if you are one of these revelations, Hazun 21:8 people, you're going to lake of fire. I don't have the authority to tell you going to lake of fire. So the person who said that, you're probably going to watch this. Guess what? You judged your brother, so you are in danger of the lake of fire. Because you're not allowed to judge your brother or sister in Yahuwah. You're not allowed. Y'all ain't got that yet. The world ain't got the fact that you got to shut your mouth and humble yourself. When you hear anybody call on the name of Yahuwah, you got to be quiet. And if you got an issue with them, you go to them personally, quietly. You do not do it on Front Street. I don't do it. And I got issues with people. But if I got an issue, I reach out to them personally. You want to know why? Because Yahuwah will burn his anger against me. If I call you, who calls on the name of Yahuwah, out. Y'all ain't never heard me do that on here. Ever. I don't do it. On his way, Yahusha came to a town called Shakar. This place was near a field that Yaakov gave to his son a long time ago. Yaakov's well was there. Yahusha was tired from his journey. So around noon, he sat down by the well. A Shamaruniy woman came to the well to draw some water. Yahusha said to the woman, please, give me some water to drink. Now, Yahusha's disciples had gone to the city. They went in town to buy some food. They weren't there with him. He's by himself. The Shamaruniy, Samaritan woman, asked Yahusha, how is it that you, being a Yahudi, quote, sign named Jew, asked me for something to drink? She was shocked. She was shocked. She'd been used to dealing with racism. Y'all ain't even heard what I said. Say it one more time. This is deep. She was used to dealing with racism. So she said, how is it that it would be like being in a deep, 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 deep South town, Southern town in the USA about 50 years ago, and a black man. Or, imagine a black man sitting at a well and a white woman come up to the well, right, talking to him. He'd be like, well, man, you trying to set me up. That's how she's talking. Is this a setup? This ain't right. But you asking me for some water, you trying to set me up. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. She's looking at him. Y'all ever look at people you kind of squint your eyes down a little bit? What's going on here? That's what she was doing. She's like, how is it that you? That's the funny part. Being a Yahudi, asked me for something to drink. I am a Shamaruniy woman. She said, I'm a Samaritan. That's like go way, way back deep South time. Yeah, somebody go, I'm a black person. What you doing talking to me? Or I'm a white person. What you doing talking to me? They were so separate. I'm trying to distinguish how deep of a divide this was. It's at the hardest core racial tension in the South. That's what's happening here between Yahusha and this Samaritan Shamaruniy woman. That's what's going on here. I am a Shamaruniy woman. She said this, and then it tells us in the scriptures that what I'm saying is true. She said this because the Yahudim typically do not associate whatsoever with the Shamaruniy. They don't associate like white people, black people. Back in the day, Asian people go over there, white people, black, y'all know all y'all huddle up people. Y'all know all y'all people like to run with your own race and you don't want to intermingle, which means you're going to enter out. If you don't intermingle, you're going to enter out. You're going to be on the outside looking in. That's what you don't get about it. You think you're being cool, not intermingling. Yahuwah says you better go to all nations. Guess what that means? You better intermingle. If you don't intermingle, you ain't my disciple. I don't know what y'all going to do with that. I'm going to keep moving. Yahusha replied, if you knew the gift of Yahuwah and who it is that said to you, give me some water to drink, you would have asked him to give you the living water to drink. Man. Look at his response. She dealing with racism. Her mind is, we ain't supposed to be talking to each other. His mind is, this is another level you can't even expect. But now it's come upon you. All right? This is a level none of y'all could even expect. But now it has come upon you. What you gonna do with this? Now the kingdom of Yahuwah is present and is upon you. Watch. If you knew the gift of Yahuwah, if y'all knew, if everybody knew the gift of Yahuwah and who it is that said to you, please give me some water to drink. What y'all think that means? Don't you understand that Yahuwah right now is asking you, please, give me some water to drink? Don't y'all get that? That the Most High is asking you to give him some water to drink. What is that water? That's the deep part. Some of y'all going, what are you talking about? You just like this woman. Watch. You would have asked him to give you the living water to drink. See? There it is. Your brain got stuck. What can I give to the Most High? What water can I give to the Creator of all? You can't. Except, y'all ready? Y'all put this in the chat. I'm going to give you one word to put in the chat. It's a breakthrough word. Y'all ready? Because you're sitting there in the conundrum. You're like, what's Jay talking about? What's going on here? What's happening with Yahusha? Y'all like this woman. I'm going to read it again. If you knew the gift, y'all heard what I said? The gift of Yahuwah. The key word is gift. And who it is that said to you, please give me some water to drink. You would have asked him to give you the living water to drink. Guess what the ask is? It's just that. Put it in the chat. Everybody put capital ask. A-S-K. Watch what happens to your life when you type in ask. Put some fire emojis after it. Put some alarms after it. Just put the word ask. Put the word ask. You don't understand the power that's happening right now if you don't understand the word ask. He said, if you knew the gift of Yahuwah and who it is that said to you, please give me some water to drink. Yahuwah's coming to us and saying, would you please give me some water to drink? And how we respond is asking him the water to drink. Would you give me the water to drink? It's rhetorical. It's rhetorical. He dealing in what? Parables. He dealing in symbolism. I don't know why. He wants you to ask him. He wants you to recognize who he is. And when he asks you for something, you say, how can I give that to you? See, it's simple. You can't outgive him. When he asks you for something, you better clarify. How can I? Don't question him. Don't doubt him, but approach him with respect. You asking me for the living? You asking me for something to drink? And you just mentioned the living water. How can I get some living water? you would have asked him for the living water to drink. The woman said to Yahusha, Sir, you do not have anything to draw water with, and this well is deep. Where are you going to get this living water? She didn't know what was happening. Most of y'all don't know what's happening to you right now. You don't know how deep Yahuwah is. No mind. You don't know how deep he is. Yahuwah is deep. Wait a minute. This is crazy when you think about it. Yaakov, his sons, and his flocks drank from this well. Are you, Sherry, team, Melanie, team, Lena, team, are you, make sure we got that 412. You got to be capitalized. We probably got it. I just want to make sure. Are you greater than our ancestor, Yaakov? See, she's sitting there going, are you greater than Jacob? Think about what's going on when Yahuwah was here. Man. Are you greater than our ancestor Yaakov, who is the one who gave us this well? Yahusha answered and said, everyone that drinks water from Yaakov's well, Jacob's well, shall become thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water that I give them shall never be thirsty again. The water that I give becomes a well of water that springs to eternal life. Y'all see what's going on? We just got to ask him. We got to ask him, give us this living water. You asking me for some water? What's the water you asking for me? My obedience. He drinks our obedience. He drinks us guarding them commandments. He drinks it. He loves it. We got to turn around and say, can I ask you for some living water? That's what springs to eternal life. Wait a minute. The woman said to Yahusha, Sir, please give me some of this water so that I will never get thirsty and have to keep coming back to this well to draw water again. She just condemned Christianity right there. That quick. She just condemned organized religion that quick. She condemned it. Because see, they teach you can sin, get thirsty, come back, ask for forgiveness, get some water at the well, go back, get thirsty again, ask for forgiveness. And it's continual. Please give me some of this water so that I don't have to come back here ever again. That's Christianity. Y'all ain't got no living water. Christianity. You don't got no living water. Organized religion. Buddha, Allah, Islam, name one of them. Krishna. Y'all ain't got no living water. That's why y'all got to keep coming back. Catholic. That's why y'all got to keep going to the priest. Y'all ain't got no living water. Y'all got that dead water. You drink it, I get a little bit of, I got to go get some more. Pay me some money to get some more of this water. No, y'all got to pay money for that living water. We ain't got to pay nothing but our obedience. And we get the living water. And we filled up. We filled up. We don't ever thirst. I'm never thirsty. Are y'all thirsty? Never. That's not a day in my life that I'm thirsty. Don't happen. It don't happen. Yeah, when I was in Christianity, the first time I got baptized, my granddaddy didn't know no better. He should have known better, though. I ain't going to make no excuse for him. My daddy did not know no better. He should have known better. I'm not going to make no excuse for him. My great-granddaddy didn't know no better. He should have known better. All three of them. I got 3 generations that was standing alive, witnessing me getting baptized in a hog pond. Our own hog pond is where I got baptized. Man, I got this necklace all up around my neck. Yahuwah was serious tonight. Come on! I got baptized in the non-living water. They took me down to a hog pond. Guess what? I came up, and as I started living my life, I was, 8, 9 years old? I was thirsty. Brother Daniel giving out some memberships to support our channel. I was thirsty. 10 years, 20 years, 30. Man, when I got around 39 years of age, I stopped being thirsty. 17 years ago, I dipped into the well of Yahuwah. I dipped into the well of Yahuwah. I just dipped into that well. I got me a drink of Yahuwah, and it filled me up. I ain't been thirsty since. I got that kind of water. What water you got? You better get you some. Dip it up with some Yahuwah. You can't help but scream Yahuwah. I figured that out today. Once Yahuwah's in you, you're going to want to do like Brother Ben, Thomas, Sister Yamani, Brother Daniel. You can't hold this living one. It's in you. As soon as you drink some Yahuwah, Yahuwah, you want to shout his name. Every time you drink some Yahuwah, everybody in your house, y'all need to scream on the count of 3. Let the messengers hear. Everybody gonna scream. The real living water's name is Yahuwah. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Yahuwah! Let the neighbors know who the living water is. We ain't gotta be thirsty no more. We done sipped up some Yahuwah. You can't get enough of it. Woo! Give me some Yahuwah. That's all I need. I'm holding on that name. I'm hanging on with all I got. Man, y'all got my nose running, everything. My nose, I ain't ashamed. I'm not ashamed of the Bashura. I done dipped down, got me some of this water. Whoa! I got me some of that good water, babe. Ain't nobody can take it away from me. My wife know it. My son know it. My neighbors got to be wondering because they hear me screaming, Yahuwah! And they can't say nothing. I don't get no complaints. I don't get no complaints. Not one. You want to know why? Everybody got to be silenced before Yahuwah. Let's go. Woo! I tell you, man. I'm done with that. I'm finished. I ain't going to go no longer. I can't go no longer. Yahuwah said that's it. End off on Yahuwah. He the living water. He's the living water. You better dip down and get you some. You better drop your bucket down and get you some Yahuwah. You better drop your bucket down and get you some Yahuwah. Pull him up. Just call on him. I'm telling you, call on Yahuwah for real, for real. You say, Yahuwah, I don't want to live in no fake world. I don't want a fake smile. I don't want a fake cry. I don't want a fake nothing. I just want the real you, Yahuwah. He will come and give you that living water. And it's a well, I think of a spring. Y'all ever jumped in a spring? I've jumped in a spring before. Wiki Wachi, down in Spring Hill, Florida, where I went to high school. We used to go over there, man, get up in this tree about 30, 40 foot up in the air, and we jump down this spring, and the spring never stops springing. It never stops springing. That's Yahuwah. Christianity is not going to give you this. Y'all ain't figured it out? I'm telling you, you can wish and hope and all that stuff. But Christianity is not going to give it to you. Organized religion, Catholicism, all of this, you're going to be empty. You're going to keep getting to empty. When you got Yahuwah, your gas tank, your tank for what you need to be hydrated stays on full. You're going to go through your ups and downs, but you ain't going to thirst. Ain't going to do it. You're never going to thirst again. Never. Yahuwah is the living water. If you want to learn about Yahuwah, somebody said, who is Yahuwah? I appreciate that. Just go here. Watch how I do. Who is Yahuwah? Y'all know what I'm going to do? Who knows what I'm going to do? Everybody drop that domain in the comments. TheNameVideo.com. Everybody post. TheNameVideo.com. Somebody just asked, what is Yahuwah? Who is Yahuwah? Put TheNameVideo.com. Everybody listens to me. Everybody comes in the comments. Everybody that watches the replay. Put TheNameVideo.com. Just put TheNameVideo.com. Make it easy for people, because some people can't click on y'all's link. That's why I'm telling y'all, TheNameVideo.com. I'm very specific when I talk. I never am going to talk ambiguous, ever. Just put The Name Video in the comments. All together, no separating. You ain't no spaces. Because people can't click on you put a space. No. The Name Video. No spaces. TheNameVideo.com. Who is Yahuwah? That's all you got to do. TheNameVideo.com. If you go to TheNameVideo.com, we will teach you who is Yahuwah and what is Yahuwah and how. Every adverb and where is Yahuwah. Don't just name an adverb. Go to TheNameVideo.com. Some of y'all putting YouTube. I'm telling y'all, don't put them links in there. Put TheNameVideo.com. You can't outsmart me on this. You ain't going to outsmart Yahuwah on this. Yahuwah told us to go get the domain. TheNameVideo.com. You want to know why? Because if YouTube ever trips on us, for whatever reason, I love me some YouTube. They ever act crazy, I love me some YouTube. If anybody ever goes to TheNameVideo.com, we are the owners of the raw file, and we can send people to that video, whether it's on YouTube or not, forever. That's why we only say TheNameVideo.com, because we control. When you go to TheNameVideo.com, we already pointed it to YouTube. If YouTube don't get it right, for whatever reason, we'll point it somewhere else, because we own the video. TheNameVideo.com. You will know Yahuwah. Within 30 minutes, you're going to be crystal clear. Oh, all kind of questions answered. Your feelings might get hurt. Your traditions going to get smashed. Grandma, granddaddy, and mama and daddy, you might be on the opposite side of them. Then we're going to take you to Matati Yahu, Matthew 10:34. Don't think I came to bring peace to this earth. I came to bring a sword. We take you right over there. I came to divide. And it's simple. Ain't no drama, ain't no arguments, ain't no nastiness. It's for me, I follow Yahuwah. What you want to do? Do you understand it? We need to sit down and talk about it. Do we love each other? Yes. If we love each other, I got to have a serious conversation with you. I follow Yahuwah. I want you to follow Yahuwah. If you don't want to follow him, just tell me clearly right now. We'll be respectful of each other. I won't say nothing negative to you. Don't say nothing negative to me. And then I can coincide with you. If you say one thing negative to me, I'm going to drop you. That's how it's going to be. That's how I roll with my family. That's how I roll with my friends. This don't have to be no drama. A lot of people got to build up drama because you close to mama and daddy, sister and brother. My mama knows. My daddy knows right now. He watches almost everyone, if not all these videos. He knows. He disrespect Yahuwah. He just lost his son. He knows that. Fact. I ain't gonna dishonor him. I'm gonna love him. But he knows that he will not be able to roll with me in any close capacity. He cannot believe in Yahuwah. And he is a witness to this. He can say, I don't understand, I don't know it. And we will get along great. We will have a loving relationship. Don't say nothing negative about Yahuwah. Some of y'all are this is what I'm in with tonight. Some of y'all are tolerating people that are mocking you and making fun of Yahuwah. Shame on you. Shame on you. Some of y'all got mamas and daddies. They don't understand Yahuwah and they trashing you. You got to literally stop talking to them. I'm telling you in the name of Yahuwah. You have one more conversation. Mama, daddy. If you're disrespectful towards Yahuwah again, you're my mama, you're my daddy. He's my ultimate mama and daddy. So I have to honor you from a distance. We can't talk no more. You can't see the grandkids no more. I'm not sending my son to any grandparent. I'm going to tell y'all, my mother literally sent my sister. My sister came and saw her nephew, Kai. Had a great time with him. When we came back home and everybody was celebrating, and my sister pulled me aside. And my mama don't want to talk to me. She hate Yahuwah. She's big time Jesus. My sister said, can I just take Kai to go see his grandma? I said, no. I protect my son. Y'all don't know what to do with that. I protect him. If my mama ain't gonna do nothing but try to pump Jesus into him, ain't gonna happen. Mama, daddy, if I hear you say one word about Jesus to my son or my daughter, y'all gotta get like this. Yahuwah was telling me to tell y'all this. That's the last time you're gonna hear from them until you do something very official to tell me you will never do that again. You ain't gotta go follow Yahuwah, but you can never disrespect Yahuwah. The line is drawn today. I don't know if y'all can deal with this. Is this too hot? Renee, like, look, is this too hot for y'all? This is how me and Lena, we roll. Lena's mom and dad, they respect Yahuwah big time. They were raised old school, hardcore Catholic. They can't hardly go past the church without doing a cross sign. They can't. They can't hardly do it. But they know one thing. They be driving in the car with us a lot of times. They will never, ever do that sign in our car and with our grandson in it. They won't do it. With us or our grandson, they won't do it. If they do it, they know I just cut my cord with spending time with my daughter, my grandchild, and my son-in-law. They know they cut it. That's how we roll. We ain't mad. We ain't stomping about it. Me and Lena are very cool about it. That's it. Once you understand that, it's on. All you gotta do is understand that. You gotta stand up for Yahuwah. He'll give you the living water. But some of y'all gonna have y'all tolerating people that hate Yahuwah. You having relationships with people that hate Yahuwah. Them days is over. If you with Yahuwah, you can't get the living water if you roll with people that hate Yahuwah. Everybody around you must respect Yahuwah. They do not have to follow Yahuwah, but it is an absolute must. They can't say anything against Daddy or it's over. Y'all let the dead bury the dead. Y'all all right with this? Let me get some feedback. I have no idea what's going on in the comments. I was up in the spirit and I'm out. Daniel said, real stand-up talk. Oh, somebody got sniped. Tell you, man. I have no deep emotions about it. I'm telling y'all. Like right now, my mother don't talk to me. Right now. She don't talk to me. I broke Yahuwah down to her about 2 years ago. I said, Mama, this is Yahuwah. This is how it goes. You ain't gotta respect it, but this is what it is. And then she came to my house and she was dishonorable. And I said, Mom, I love you with all I got. I drove her back to the airport. I even said to my mom, I said, Mom, I will get a hotel room for us to stay in for as long as take a week and we can talk through everything until we can at least be in agreement to just be respectful. She said, nope. That's all right. Now I had to tell y'all that. I don't even really release that. But Yahuwah said, look, don't be dishonorable to your mother. I'm not being dishonorable to my mother. I love her right here, right now. But I gave her all I got to be respectful. If she don't love Yahuwah, that's her deal. But if she disrespects that, I can't tolerate that. She got to be respectful in Yahuwah's space. So now I got to be respectful, honorable, love her. If she needs something right now, I'll help her. But some of us, we literally get drug in to ancestry worship, to relative worship, and we give up our obedience and allegiance to Yahuwah for relatives. And I'm here to tell you, them days are over. Yahuwah is demanding your allegiance first. That's where your predicament should be with him, not with them. It should be with Yahuwah. I can't do anything against you. Then the second thought is, the people flesh, hey, let's have a meeting, conversation, and be cool. Don't get out of character. Don't cry. That's the last thing Yahweh wants me to tell y'all. Stop crying when they don't get it. Stop. That means you ain't disciplined. That means you are hurting because you don't want to be disciplined, Yahweh. I don't hurt about that stuff. Lena don't hurt about that stuff. The family of Yahuwah don't hurt about those who don't want to respect Yahuwah. Like, we don't cry. We don't like it. It don't feel good, but we ain't in pain over it. We so much in love with Yahuwah that all that other stuff burns off. We don't, because that's ancestry and relative worship. And I'm going to tell you, 95% of the people listen to me are involved in relative worship. Stop crying about people that don't get it. What you doing? All right, I'm out. Did we do what we're supposed to do tonight? I believe so. Yahuwah, we good? We good. Love y'all. Talk to you soon. True Scriptures coming out soon. Make sure you get to tsnt.org. tsnt.org. Who's going to have their name on that shirt? We'll see.